Which, look at how we said that goes opposite, then you go uphill.
Thank you very much.
No more
All
down.
right, I want to just kind of do it a little more, the Lord's Prayer too. Oh yeah, let's do that now. Stand and say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is. Count me down. Okay. Now? Yes. I call the meeting to order. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first meeting in January 2022. Because I'm going to just say a few words, which I don't know where I put it. Right here. So, good evening, everyone, and as I said, welcome to our first regular meeting of the year 2022. Happy New Year. Another year has come and gone, and we are still in the state of COVID, and we must all be very careful. I want to thank Council for your support in the year 2021 and for all the hard work you in serving our taxpayers. To the staff, I want to thank every one of you, no matter what your job is in this organization, you do it well. During these trying times, you've worked hard to do your job and to continue to protect the other staff and our public. To our taxpayers and our residents of KHR, thank you for your cooperation during COVID. We are trying to continue to provide the services, always knowing we must protect everyone involved. To the media for taking the time to report on our activities, keeping the public informed about what's really going on in KHR. We have accomplished much this year. I'm just going to name a few, and it's just in the latter part of the year as it's fresh in my memory. The new fire hall, getting the Boncher River Water Management Plan amended, a 0% tax rate, and we continue to provide services during COVID and these difficult times. I want to continue to ask the public to be understanding, and because we want everyone to stay safe and healthy. I know it's difficult, but we have to follow, we are guided by provincial law, we have to follow that law. And I want to again wish every one of you out there a happy and safe and healthy 2022. And I asked if anyone has any issues, please contact any member of this council and text or email them the issue, and we'll have them addressed at a council meeting. Again, thank you, council, for your support. Everyone, happy New Year and stay safe and healthy. Thank you. Does any member have any pecuniary or financial interest to declare? Seeing none, I'd accept the motion for regular meeting December 21, open and closed. Is there any errors or omissions? Okay, I'd accept. Do we have Brian on? He's disappeared. Brian, are you on? Okay, I'll go ahead with the motion, please.
Moved by Debbie Kupinski, seconded by Carl Peel. Motion to approve minutes of regular meeting held on December 21st, 2021, open and closed sessions.
All those in favor? It's carried. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to Chris. Could you give us your report, please?
Absolutely. So it was the contest before Christmas. We've had a lot of really good entries, but the contest is officially closed as of December 31st. Voting will begin January 2nd, or sorry, 7th, and the winners will be determined January 14th. Snowdown 2022, if you remember, this was a really big one for us last year. So we're gonna bring it all with our municipal partners here, starting January 17th, and it's gonna run all winter until March 18th. So it'll be a top 3 and 2 supplementary awards. So we've learned quite a bit doing these over the years, and so we've kind of changed the formats a little bit. The entries will be submitted by email, and after the deadline, we'll pick our top 5 from each municipality, and we will create a post with these pictures and give people 1 week to vote via Facebook likes. The top 3 most votes will be overall will be awarded $200 from any local business within any of our municipalities, and then we will pick a most creative and a staff pick award, because we've noticed sometimes it's a popularity contest and it's not always the best entries that get it. So there's a chance at the end, so that we make sure that those people who've got the really good ones, but maybe they don't have a big social media presence, that they're able to actually get awarded, because that was one thing that we noticed for a contest last year. Electric vehicle charging stations, they are finally operational as of the day before Christmas Eve. We got the notice that they're good to go. We're tentatively looking at having a ribbon cutting Saturday, January 8th. However, we may have to change it depending on Otter River Power if they're able to come. So tentatively it's the 8th. We're waiting on them and their associates to turn an email regarding the event to see if they're able to come. Together, the dates would be January 15th and January 22nd, or we can push it farther, but ideally we want to do it on Saturday so that everyone can attend and we can capitalize on this really awesome thing that's happening here in Killow. Business retention and expansion. This is a really interesting program that I came across thanks to Terry Fleury. I've attached here an article that actually went in the Eganville Leader regarding this thing. If you remember from our strategic action plan, we had talked about and made it a point that we wanted to figure out and kind of figure out what they need, and also kind of what we have in our municipality and where we're going. And serendipitously, this project kind of came across. So it's called the BR&E expansion. And what it is a structured, action-oriented, and community-based approach to business and economic development. It's formatted by the Ontario Ministry of Agriculture, Food and and it helps municipalities prioritize their efforts to support existing and new businesses. So it's a survey, planning, training, and coordination. A lot of this is supported by MAFRA, which is really great. So I've reached out to Scott Hamilton, who is the business outreach officer for Whitewater, to inquire about this program. Apparently it's been in existence since 1998. It's mainly been used by larger municipalities, what their business needs are, but this is the first time it's going to be tried in a smaller rural area. And so I thought this was a really cool program because we're trying to figure out more about our business community, learn more about our economic development processes and what our business community needs. And it's highlighted a lot of stuff too that maybe we didn't think about, like our farmers and those kinds of people who are running businesses, but might not be considered, you know, your downtown Main Street thing. They have a lot different needs than what somebody who's running a downtown store might need, but still they are our businesses here. So I saw this and I thought it was really interesting. And so I reached out to Scott and said, you know, how can we learn more about this? And he said, they're apparently in February, they're going to be doing some starting the program. And then after that, he said that I'll be invited to basically participate or at least observe the process so that I can try to potentially learn more about it and do it maybe for our municipality if council is interested in that. So I felt like it was an excellent opportunity for our local businesses and our municipality's overall economic development, and it also meets our strategic and action goals. One thing I did want to pull out of this, which is something that I also learned from my economic development, in rural community economy, anywhere between 76 to 90% of all new jobs come from existing businesses. So it's really important to understand the businesses that already are here, because that's the future of who's going to be developing things. So stay tuned for more updates, but I just wanted to update council on this really great opportunity, and you can read that whole article there and find out more. And if you have any more questions after, I'd be happy to answer. COVID-19. So we are returning to a modified stage 2 under Reg 263-20 as of January 5th. Here's a high level just overview of what pertains to community development. Outdoor amenities are permitted at 50% capacity, so i.e. our rinks, our warming area will be permitted to be open, but it does have restrictions. We are waiting on the health unit for confirmation about that, specifically how many people. Organized public events outdoors has no limit, but indoors is 5 people. Social gathering outdoors is 10, indoors is 5. Meeting and event spaces, we are exempt as a government organization. And public libraries will be at 50% capacity. And then other updates, the rink schedule will be ready for January 7th. With help from the fire department, we'll be determining the capacity limits because that seems to be how they're determining all the COVID stuff. The newsletter is going to be delayed due to COVID-19. I have to apologize. It's very difficult when all these restrictions and everything come in because basically everyone's events get canceled and things get changed, which is very chaotic. So I apologize for that. We're going to launch it in mid-January, but basically we had the first change in restrictions, which a lot of people's events changed. And then after the holidays, we had even more restrictions changed. So a lot of people who are going to do stuff aren't doing it. So we've had to kind of revamp that. And then lastly, Broomball will be happening in Round Lake on Mondays at 8 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
That's my report.
We'll start at the front, council, with questions. The contest before Christmas, comments, questions. Snow down. Electric vehicle charging stations. Carl?
You'll have to know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, we got, I asked him to do it on Saturday, so every member of council, okay, especially the Killu, I wanted to make Ted available. So I asked him to book it for a Saturday, so all of us could be there, okay, so he will let us know.
Okay.
Right now, it's scheduled for January 8th, which is this Saturday, but he has to make sure that Ottawa River are able to come. So look, but that's, Brian, are you hearing us? Hi.
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, you were coming in and out. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Same.
Okay, so anyways, then there's alternate, but he's gonna get in touch with us, so just keep an eye out for that. So January 8th. Business retention and expansion. Okay, COVID-19. We had our EOCG meeting this morning with our department heads, and we do have several questions so that we can move ahead. And these are the recommendations from myself and the members of the team. What word am I looking for? EOCG team. All right. So one of the recommendations was that we try to, the employees try to work from home as much as possible. So we did have a discussion. Sue said that right now it's year end, so it's very busy in the office and it would be impossible to work from home. But I told the staff that they can, right now we're recommending that whoever wants to come in can come in, and they will keep to the strict rules, you know, no meeting in the lunchroom, wearing masks at any time they're moving around. Anybody that wants to stay at home can, but those that are okay coming in, then they have permission to do so. That's the recommendation. Any questions on that? Show of hands that you agree. Thank you. The next recommendation is that we continue running the office as we have been. We'll, the public would have to come in one at a time, come in wearing the mask, following the rules. Charlene will do the sanitation after they leave, after each person. And Tyler talked about, he has people that have to make appointments about building, he has to look at drawings, so they would do that by appointment. So it's sort of business as usual, if that's okay with council. Show of hands. Okay. I've given the job of to Chris in the new regulations. They're talking about 50% capacity and that we have to have a safety plan. So I've asked Chris to go through and prepare the safety plan so that we meet the legislation. The rinks are doable, and again, Chris is looking after all of that. He's going to follow everything. He'll talk to the staff that are working there. He'll make sure that we're meeting all the requirements. He's going to call the health unit and get the green light on everything that we have. So he's going to be in charge of that. And so the rinks will be open. We talked about it and felt that, you know, the kids and the public need to, as long as we keep it to the capacity limit, need to be out, maybe out in the fresh air and doing something during these kind of staying in. Everybody okay with that? Yes. Show of hands. Thank you.
Madam Mayor.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
Just a question is, so are the buildings open too at the rinks?
So the buildings classified under either a warming area or a clubhouse are permitted to be open. What we have to, so when the regulations come out, they will actually change the law. So just to be specific, we don't exactly know how many people are allowed to be in there, whether it's going to be a capacity or a number. So we'll know that tomorrow when they officially launch the O regulation. That will know it'll either be a capacity or it'll be a number, but it already has stipulated that they will be allowed to open. So to answer your question, the warming areas will be allowed to be open. It'll either be a capacity or a number, but either way. And then the facility itself will be permitted to be open under 50% capacity.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
The next question for council, and we talked about it. We are going to continue, obviously, the EOCG's role is very important now. COVID is very, it's busy and lots of stuff going on. So we have to be continue to communicate with our peer together as a group and our other municipalities. So we'll be doing that, and we're going to be doing it in person. But my question is what council wants to do here about council meetings. Do you still want to continue to come in? And of course, John and Stanley, you still have the, the ability to come in because you don't have computers and those kinds of things. I'm recommending that we continue to meet, but I have no problem. If any one of you feel uncomfortable and want to stay at home, we will provide the Zoom services. But I need direction. If council votes and says, no, we're doing it Zoom, that's it, except for the 2 members that can't come in, that have to come in, then we'll do that. So I'm asking for direction. The recommendation is that we stay status quo. We don't let any public in. We don't let the media in. We keep the numbers down. Even though we're exempt from those numbers, we keep it the way we've been doing it. We've got, the glass partitions to keep us safe. So my recommendation is that we continue to do what we're doing. Any questions? Those that agree, hands up. Brian, are you okay with that? Perfect. Okay, thank you. That's what we'll continue to do. I've given directions. Bob asked me about the fire department and meetings. During our EOCG meeting, it was determined that there's lots of room in that new fire hall. They can meet safely. They'll be required to wear masks and do this hand sanitizers and those kind of things. But we felt we could meet the capacity with the room we have there. So I've given him the go to continue to do his meetings. Council, I'm asking that we notify the library first thing tomorrow that because we're they have to be at 50% capacity. And now we were talking about letting no people in, but because we're letting them in, they could let them in, but they have to meet the legislation.
And they've already put a notice on there.
They have, good.
Yeah, for capacity.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Hands up. Perfect. Well, I think I've covered everything that we talked about today. Sue? Okay. Okay, anything else on Chris's? Then we have the last item. Updates, anything on the updates?
I just, not on that, but other updates. I know that we were chatting about the little jump and everything like that, the
We
plaque.
haven't received the plaque.
Okay.
Today was a bit hectic, but I had planned on checking it out because we still haven't got it. We should have got it at least by now over the holidays.
Okay,
So I've got to inquire about that because it should have been in a while ago. So
okay. Yeah, I just don't want it to,
no, I'll make sure to do that tomorrow to check into it because like I said, it should have been here already and it's not, so.
and I know with the Christmas break as well, we chatted at the last meeting about the grandma's pantry and the possible electronics stuff. And I know the holidays and stuff like that, but I don't know if
Excuse
you've
me,
gotten
what was
anywhere.
that about?
So this is about the batteries for the
They
SPCA.
were gonna partner.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about it, if there would be a depot, here.
Thank
So,
you, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Forgot.
I'll reach out to Melissa again.
And I know things, these new restrictions and stuff, everybody's kind of switching directions and moving things around, but
Okay,
Okay.
I'll make sure I'll check in with her tomorrow
yeah, perfect.
and we'll get that looked after.
Anybody else have any questions for Chris? On his whole report? Okay, thank you very much, Chris.
I guess what time would that be on Saturday? Gonna be?
I probably most likely 10 o'clock, yeah.
10 o'clock, I said. Okay, but don't go unless you hear one way or the other. Okay, Chris, one way or the other, notify us so
Yes.
that we can clear our calendars. Brian, did you hear that? January the 8th at 10 o'clock?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I heard, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, thank you, Chris.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Dean, you want to go ahead with your report, please?
Sure, I'd just like to wish Mayor and Council a Happy New Year. So we're doing regular maintenance, winter maintenance there. We had, the guys had to go out there on Christmas Day there for some sanding and salting because of the freezing rain. New Year's Day, there was a couple of days in between, but other than that, it was pretty decent. Brushing continues as well with the tractor plus the chipper. I finally purchased a roll-off truck.
Got one for us.
Finally, it took a little while, but we've gone, I was in Burlington there on Tuesday, so I took a look at it and it looks in really good shape, so. I got Sue and we got the emails there today, so it should be, we'll get the paperwork done all for that, so we're good for that. Other than that, our new hiring from the landfill is going to be training tomorrow. And if everything goes well with this training tomorrow, he will be able to start on Thursday. So other than that, that's it for my report.
Okay, good news. So we got the roll-up truck. We have a motion and maybe I believe it's been signed. So let's hear the motion, please. You want to, before the motion?
Just one thing on that tree that's laying out on the ice there at the Trainway Bridge, I think that's on Ross White's property, yeah? Because he owns a little corner there.
I'm not sure who's that is, John. So,
Because I remember when we were getting ready to do that, there was a piece of property in there that Ross filed.
there's something in there, yeah, I'm not sure, but I remember Clifford that time saying something about it. But
Okay, let's hear the motion.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Stan Bukowski, motion to purchase 2003 Mack Granite Triaxle roll-off truck from Sheenan's Truck Center, Inc., delivered to the works yard in the amount of $49,950, not including taxes.
Discussion. It'll be delivered. That's great news. All those in favor? Carried. Okay, anything else?
no, that's it. For me.
Anybody have any, Carl?
What's happening with the trailer at the park?
Actually, I got a phone call from him at 4:45 this afternoon.
Did you find out who owned it?
I know who owns it. The person that took it or bought it or whatever off the person. They said it should be picked up. They're gonna get the towing company to move it, not this week, but it'll be next week.
Because,
I assumed it was gone, so I haven't
well,
driven.
that's our low rental housing.
Okay,
But it's a.
But I
eyesore city.
talk to him, like I said, this afternoon. He gave me a call at 4:45 and I was talking.
Tell them that this isn't moved, it's going to be gone.
I told him. I told him that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay. All right. Anybody else have anything for Dean? Thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
Yes, you too.
Sue?
The only thing I had was, Robbie Anderson had sent an email, we wanted to know on the 12th, how long of a presentation he's allowed to have.
15 minutes.
The CAOs were meeting on Thursday.
You are meeting?
Yeah, on Thursday at 2:30, so we'll see what.
Just a second. You I want to make sure I have it. Brian, when is the next library meeting?
Next week on the 11th,
So the Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Okay, not the Wednesday, because we have the special meeting on the Wednesday.
Yeah, we had, it would have been on Wednesday, but I made it on Tuesday. I got them to change it to Tuesday because of that meeting.
But thank you very much. Okay, yeah, and just tell Robbie that we all know about it, so, you know, they can cover, you know, they don't have to start from scratch. We all know about what it is and all that, so 15 minutes should give them an opportunity to tell us what they want from us. Right then.
And then just like the CEO of the meeting on Thursday, actually, Thursdays.
Let me know how that goes. No, we're having the next,
On Monday.
on Mondays, yeah, okay, then you can tell me, all right. Anything else? Okay, we're gonna move along then, let's move on to correspondence.
Sorry, Madam Mayor, before we go into correspondence, I was just looking at the meetings up here. And maybe this is, are we
Oh, we
doing
have to talk about that, yeah.
hazardous waste?
No, we have to talk about the meetings, because if OGRA goes and we're all gone, we're not gonna be here for the first meeting. We won't have a quorum.
In which month? February?
March.
March.
We already changed the date.
We did?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we
It's
changed.
already been changed, yeah.
You have February 1st, regular meeting, and that's not, we can't.
March.
March. Okay.
No, I was thinking of, since, you know, we were talking,
Okay,
and
I don't have that.
I'm thinking of hazardous waste day. And I know last year we had, you know, with COVID and stuff like that, we did book them. And are we planning on doing it this year?
Okay, just a second, my brain is only able to do one thing at a time, okay. Regular meeting is that, oops. So I won't be here on March the 8th, so you guys will have to do that, and then the 22nd, right?
Yeah.
I'll be here on the 22nd. Okay. All right, sorry,
I was thinking hazardous waste day.
oh yeah,
We
that's
normally book it, and I
In
remember, well, we did it earlier this year,
Because
because of
of-
this past year. And
yes.
some people were kind of normally,
Okay, normally what is the date?
August the 3rd.
August the 3rd.
no, the third Saturday.
Oh, third week, okay,
Yeah.
let's book it for August the 20th then, Stanley, is that okay?
Can we go ahead and do that, though? We have to
Yes.
contact the company first and all that
Well,
stuff.
let's write it in that date, we won't tell people.
Like that's, if it's a goal this year, that's always the Irish calendar.
Oh, God,
Yeah, that's what I mean, we always have to think
well,
about
let's go to the second week, yeah,
if we
right?
can, yeah.
is that, do you think that the second week is not?
See,
Irish
Nor, it
calendar?
depends on, and it depends on them, because they tell us saying, you know, we're booked here, we're booked there.
What if we booked the 20th and just told Chris to make Irish gathering for the 13th? Or no, that mixes everybody up. Okay. All right, let's do hazardous waste on the 13th. Let's make sure they can do it, the company, and then we can get notice, start putting the notice out in the newsletters and get it out early and they'll be adjusted. 9 to 3, yeah.
Was stuff we were going to put in there. No commercial stuff, must be in pails.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that should all, yeah, we should get that all gathered and give it to Chris.
And,
So
you
we
know,
had people coming with 45 gallon drums.
Yeah. No, and then we should start printing little flyers and start giving those out early, so those people.
yeah, and just, you know, pending no other issues, like if something happens with the company and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's, yeah, and put, this is what's planned unless something
Yeah.
should change regarding
Yeah.
COVID or the company or, you know, this is tentative.
Yeah, because I think that still, I don't know, how often do they come in there and they have empty paint cans, which can go into the whatever, empty, you know, spray containers can go in, and batteries. We've been taking batteries at the site forever, and people still come in with their batteries.
Well, I mean, how can you?
But no, but if you say, if you're
No,
handing
no,
out
and
flyers,
And
And
let's
put
do
the-
flyers early and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
but even the alternative is saying, you know, like, take them to the SPC, like,
Yes.
we can get that electronic thing
That's right.
here.
Yeah, so let Chris do a nice little thing for the, the newsletter. And so a lot of people read all of that, they keep that, you know, and, let's get everything going a lot earlier, and that would help people.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they drop some of that stuff off that doesn't have to be brought to the household hazardous waste day. But we don't want to get really too harsh about the issue, because at least if they're bringing it, they're not going to end up throwing it.
Oh, yeah.
Waste site.
Well, we just have to.
No, but if you
put in
tell
the
them,
Newsletter,
are
what
you,
they can and what they can't do.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, anything else?
So when, is the Good Roads Conference really start?
Good Roads, February,
Last weekend.
last weekend in February.
Yeah.
We leave on the 27th
And go
and
to
come
the-
back on the 2nd.
Sorry? So-
Leave on the 27th,
Okay.
come back on the 2nd.
That's coming with me.
I'll go with you.
Unless you're going with him because you're going earlier.
Saturday to take care of.
Okay, so if you want to go with Ted, you'd have to go Saturday.
Ready to,
Okay.
if it's still.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't canceled it yet. Okay, nothing else for Sue. We're gonna go to correspondence then. Now, again, I had it and I will hear it. Okay, the first one, I'm going to talk about that. So I have Chris working on this. We've discussed it this morning. Chris continues to work with Pick Up Walk On and is working with them, and he will continue, and he'll come back with some recommendations. So we'll just leave that the way it is, okay? Next one is Ministry of Infrastructure. Questions, comments? I'm gonna go fairly quickly. Municipal, the extension of emergency orders and provincial response. Comments, questions?
John.
A beautiful picture of two really nice people. Thanking council.
I don't know where that 50 years went.
You guys look
I don't know.
young, yeah. CJHR. Comments, questions? And then the Ottawa Valley was on our desk tonight. And this is the draft, eh? Yes, okay, that's right. And everybody has that? Yes. Okay, so we'll all look at that and then come back. Yeah. Any other correspondence? All right, let's move on then to bylaws. Bylaw 01/2022. Motion, please.
Moved by Debbie Plansky, second by Carl Peel, motion for first and second reading of bylaw 01/2022, being a bylaw authorizing the borrowing of money to meet current expenditures of the council of the township of Hillary agreement.
All those in favor? First reading, carried. First reading short, please.
Bylaw 01/2022.
Discussion? Second reading, council, short?
Bylaw 01/2022.
Motion for third. Are you sure, Brian, you don't want it all read? We don't understand.
That's all right. I heard it the first time.
Okay.
Motion. Moved by Ted Brown, second by Carl Peel, motion for third reading of bylaw 01/2022.
All those in favor? Carry, okay, the third reading short?
Please.
01/2022.
Okay. Bylaw 222, interim tax bylaw, motion.
Moved by Ted Brown, second by Debbie Kuzinski, motion for first and second reading of bylaw 02/2022 be a bylaw to provide for interim tax levy and the payment of interim taxes and to provide for penalty and interest of 1 1/4% for the year 2022.
All those in favor? It's carried. First reading, Council Short.
Bylaw 02/2022.
Discussion? Second reading, Council Short.
Bylaw 02/2022.
Discussion? Motion for third.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Ted Brown. Motion for third reading of bylaw 02/2022.
All those in favor? Carried. Third reading Short.
Bylaw 02/2022.
Bylaw 03/2022, commitment of adjustment.
Moved by Debbie Kupinski, second by Carl Keel. Motion for first and second reading of bylaw 03/2022, being a bylaw to appoint members of the Township of Killen Piggery Ridges Committee of Adjustments.
Before I call for the vote, I left it the same as it was before. All those in favor? Carried. First reading, Council Short.
Bylaw 03/2022.
Discussion? Second reading Short.
Bylaw 03/2022.
Discussion? Motion for third.
Moved by Carl Keel, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion for third reading of bylaw 03/2022.
All those in favor? Carried. Third reading Short.
Bylaw 03/2022.
Okay. Any unfinished business? Anybody have any unfinished business? New business? Does anybody have any new business? Okay, Brian, we do have to go in camera, and unfortunately, I can't take you with us. So, we don't have any other business when we come out, so I'll say good night. Thank you very much, and, okay?
Thank you. Good night.
Hi, Brian.
Take care.
Motion to go in, camera.
Moved by Debbie Kupinski, seconded by Ted Brown. Be it resolved that council move into closed meeting pursuant to Section 39 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended for the following reasons. Personnel matters about an identified individual, including municipal or local or employees. Litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals.
All those in favor? Carried. Did I have to excuse Brian? Yes, I didn't. Do we have a motion on the books?
Did we,
See, you can't,
We stayed at home.
when we all did.
yeah, but did we pull that back?